when you go out on a date with somebody and it's determined that you all would be better off as friends.
Dating and a diagnosis, let's just be friends.
And going on to try to sincerely be friends. So here's how the story went. So initially, I was going to talk about how I met him at this restaurant in the gay part of town. Baltimore has a gay part of town. And I thought he was gorgeous. Gorgeous, thick, dark chocolate. And he's tall. Like, he's taller than me. And I'm kind of tall at 6'2", but he's like 6'4". So that while we were in the restaurant, he was like holding my hand and all of that stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so sweet and all of that. And I was playing a little bit of footsie and I was like, yes. I'm not gonna lie, as I'm going through this, and perhaps somebody can tell that my mood is not the same. As I'm reliving this story, it's sort of putting me in a mood. But I will still tell the story. Everything seemed fine to me at the time. And after we went to the restaurant, he was like, let's go for a walk to the monument. The monument, and he's like, it's literally up the street, just a block. And I'm like, you saw my videos about the whole walking distances thing. Is this really just a block? Is it cool? He's like, yeah, it'll be fine. So sure enough, we did the walk down to the monument and it was wonderful. I was like, yay, very smooth, very cool. And we sat for a little bit and it was ice baby cold. It was so cold. Vanilla ice was. But so we went down there and I was. And again, this is sort of a little bit difficult to relive, I'm not gonna lie. I remember I was like, put your arm around me because I was cold and I was like, maybe I can snuggle up with him. I mean, he is a gorgeous, thick, dark chocolate man, right? So maybe that'll make me warmer. And he did, he obliged. And he put his arm around me and he was like, oh my goodness, you're shivering. Maybe we should go inside somewhere. And this is where I thought that we had the disconnect, the trouble. But he explained that let's go to the Dunkin Donuts up the street. We can go to your car and then drive up to the Dunkin Donuts. And since I felt so successful and proud of my walk to the monument, I was like, no, I want to do this on my own. Now, I was like, and I don't want to drive, I want to walk. And he was like, okay. So, keep in mind, the gay part of Baltimore is called Mount Vernon, and Mount Vernon is called Mount Vernon, not because dudes mount each other, although they do that also, but also because it's like a mountain. Like, it is extremely hilly, up and down, and all of that stuff, a lot of hills. So, while for the average person, it'll just be like, oh wow, this is a lot of hills. For somebody with my diagnosis, hence I believe what'll be in the title, Dating and a Diagnosis, walking up and down all of those hills was trouble for me. Trouble. Trouble! Oh, I'm trying to remember the song by Pink, but I can't. My bad. Whatever. So, my walking became troubled as we were walking up the steep mountain of Mount Vernon to get to this place that he was hoping would be a Dunkin Donuts. It turned out that the Dunkin Donuts had closed, but we went to another restaurant across the street, and it was in that restaurant that he revealed that he was like, yeah, let's be friends. And I'm so used to let's be friends to mean, or so used to let's be friends, meaning let's not ever talk again. I don't ever want to see you again. I don't ever want to see you again. Like, I'm so used to that it like put me in a mood. I'm not gonna lie, and reliving it is putting me in this mood as well, a little bit. But I remember sitting across from him at the table in the second restaurant, and in my mind, I was like, come on, Aaron, you can get out of that mood. You can get out of that mood. But I didn't. And it was very difficult. And I just remember thinking to myself how much I just wanted to be over. Remember that song by Keisha Cole? I just wanted it to be over. I was like, okay, clearly this isn't going to work between us. So you've made that decision for us. So fine. I just want it to be over. I just want to enjoy my Julia house salad, or whatever, that house Julia something. It was delicious. My gosh, it was delicious. Yes. But I just want to enjoy my salad, and that's it. And he even like left before I left. But anyway, I know you guys. I don't even, like I said, reliving this is sort of putting me in a mood. But ultimately, he was like, no, when I said let's be friends, I legitimately meant let's be friends. And since then, we have been in regular communication, and I think that is a good thing. He said went wrong from his perspective is he's like, the romantic chemistry just wasn't there. I just knew after I met you, I was like, we should not be together. Now, in my mind, I thought that was because of the whole troubled walking and stuff like that. And I'm like, see, he's a hater, you know? But he said that had nothing to do with it. That's what he said. He said that had nothing to do with it, and that he just didn't feel a romantic spark. And he's like, I felt more of a friendship spark. And he said to me that I can tell that you sort of felt that I was BSing you with that, but I actually meant it. And I was like, okay. So anyway, all of that to say, we're friends. I was hoping it was a romantic connection because he was gorgeous, thick, dark chocolate. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Maybe the man for me is still gonna be like a dude in Ghana somewhere, like in a village, a member of a tribe, the Akan tribe, that I think that I possibly have a little bit of in my bloodline. Okay. But maybe he's like somewhere there, and he's gonna come to America for whatever reason, and he is going to sweep me away, and we will go to live in Ghana, in his village, with his people, and they will be accepting of the two of us and all of that. And I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. It put me in a mood to discuss this, but I do chronicle my life journey on YouTube, you know? So it is something that I needed to share and get off and share with y'all, you know? So, yeah. Peace. Be blessed.